Hey everyone, happy Monday, Runday. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully, you're having a good night out there. Just up here hanging out, running trains, and we have lots of people in the chat already. So, hopefully, everyone's having a great night so far. Great weekend. We had a 3-day weekend, so it's kind of a nice day to do nothing at home. So, hopefully, everyone had a great day as well. And wearing my Western Maryland shirt tonight, running some Western Maryland stuff and BNO, all that fun stuff. We're also running the first post-war engine in a long time. Up here, we're running a Lionel 2025 with some passenger cars. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. We'll start running trains. Let's say we'll do like 8:30, 8:40 around there or so. But hopefully everyone's having a great night. Let's do some introductions here. We got 13 people watching, 7 likes already. So but thank you everyone for stopping in so far. We have Jim Davis. Good evening, Nick. Hello. We also have Anthony. How's it going? Congrats on 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was looking at my phone all day all day today, and I was like, when did this happen? So it's so cool. So thank you guys so much. We have Raylan from Georgia. How's it going? I said Brian Cahill stopping in. So also have Railroad Enthusiasts. What's up? Hello, everyone out there. We have Jamie Making with the Blue Wrench, and we also have DB Tech with the Blue Wrench of Power. We also have Anthony saying hey to Jamie. Empire Builders got the shades on. Look at that. What's up, Dell Hudson? No Hudsons tonight, but we are running. I don't know. I got chewed out in comments for calling a 2025 a K4. It's a K4, but it's really a prairie wheel variation. So let's see. Let's go down the list. Life with Roscoe. What's up? Nomad's in there. There he is. Yep. What's up, AV Savannah? Good evening to you as well. Brian Cahill saying hello to everyone, or Brian Rock Rail fan saying hello to everyone. Raylan GG1. We'll run a GG1 tonight. We'll do that. We will run a GG1 tonight. I got the perfect set of cars for. I got this whole set of cars I'm running tonight. We've got a REA Express reefer, the REA Express baggage car with the Pittsburgh. This is the Pittsburgh set with my GG1 commemorative passenger car set of 3, and then the other 2 Pittsburgh cars, and then the end observation car. What's up, Chris Lambert? How's it going? John H. Toy Train Fanatic. Good evening to you as well. Yeah, so we're on my. I've got a commemorative GG1. It's from like 2010, 2000. Yeah, I think it's from 2010. It's Lionel's anniversary GG1 commemorating, I think it's like 85 years or something like that of the GG1. So something crazy, or 60 years. I'm not exactly sure. What's up, GE Steeple Cab? Hello, hello. What's up, Nathan Five Chime? See if I missed anyone. Nick, I still need to see some coal dust in your hair from 90. 90 actually ran pretty clean. This weekend was nuts, guys. What's up, Chef Market 69? What's up, yo, from Boston? Congrats. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I just saw your comment there. Okay, thank you so much. Might have a Western Maryland jacket that might fit. Cool. Let's see. There he is. Yep. Think I'm caught up on comments. If I missed your comments, just rewrite them in. YouTube likes to surprise me and keep me on my toes, and they never have something the same ever. So comments have shifted all around. You know what I mean? The life of the sad ending. Hey, what's up? I saw the Strasbourg video you just did. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're doing well. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It's been a roller coaster of recent. I haven't posted as much as I'd like to. I've really been posting a lot of shorts to try to keep things updated. And then the Strasbourg video's out. That video was a lot of fun to do. Pretty crazy being out there in an open air car in February. It wasn't that cold. Plus at work now, I'm not trying to boast here, but we're outside every day working. So I'm not really, I don't know. The cold doesn't affect me as it used to. Like right now, it'll be like 38 degrees out and we're hammering away on those ties or whatever. And I end up taking off my jacket, taking off everything except a t-shirt, like a Carhartt with some cargos, my boots, and my vest. That's it. And then I looked over to one of my friends and I was like, hey, man, this is crazy. I'll be wearing the exact same thing when it's like 100 degrees out here. So it's just the way it is. Let's see. GE Steeple Guy found some cool items on trains. Weaver Brass GG1, Century Club, M1000 PR. I can't even enter. Oh God, Interurbans, MTH Amtrak Superliner set. But that's awesome. Yeah, I don't have any Weaver motive power yet. 10 American models GG1's very cool. Horseshoe Curve is closed. Uh oh. North Coast Railroad. What's going on? What's going on, Horseshoe Curve? I think it's just too late at night. I think it's like seasonal. It's a seasonal park. I'm not sure. Um, Nick the Wilmington and Western Railroad is running their Doodlebug car this Saturday, starting at 11. For oh, very cool. That's a cool doodle. I've never seen a Doodlebug run. I think they're gas powered, right? Unless later on they converted them to diesel. But the Maryland and Pennsylvania had, I think they had one Doodlebug that they would use to move passengers from Baltimore to York later on in like the end of the steam era. But the the Doodlebugs would be, I think they're gas powered for sure. And I think they're only like a couple hundred horsepower. It's pretty nuts, like the amount of torque and everything they would use to power locomotives. And the Mappa was a very twisty and turny railroad. I think it was like 80. I want to say it was like 84 miles or 87 miles to get from Baltimore to York. And if you take I 83, it's like 42 miles. So pretty crazy, right? Um, let's see. Oh, life and sad. I guess you can't comment on East Palestine. I don't know anything about it. Like I'm not trying to keep any secrets here. I work for the railroad, as some of you guys know. I'll just tell you this: we've just been told to look out for one another and things like that, and be careful around freight trains. That's been about it. I honestly don't know anything about the situation, but pray for those people up there. It's a horrible situation. Honestly, back in the day, something like that could have happened where I live because there was a main line going through town there. So, but honestly, I don't know what's going on with that. We haven't been like briefed or debriefed on it. Norfolk Southern runs on my tracks that I work on. Mostly it's like hard goods, petroleum, some plastic stuff on there, but nothing too serious. I mean, I wouldn't go like drinking the stuff, but it's um it's pretty light compared to what that situation was. And we also maintain their track, so it's it's our track, our responsibility. We actually, I think we leased them to NS. So, but no, that situation, I have no idea what's going on with that, and I'm just uh, it's definitely something that's pretty scary because I've been around. Actually, I've been around NS trains at work because they'll parallel Harrisburg, and you'll see these tankers with all kinds of placards on it. Some of them you're like, yeah, that's diesel. Like 1993 is like offered diesel. Uh, excuse me. You'll see like 12. I forgot it is 1271 or something like that. That's usually petroleum or shoot, what's that? It's not crude oil. It's can't think of the ethanol. So it's like basic stuff, but there's some weird placards out there. I have no idea what they are. I just know those placards from being around the construction world. I don't know my hazmats. I don't need to for my job, but there have been some really long tank trains going through Harrisburg, and they're fully loaded too. You can see like the frost on the tanks and all that. So it's pretty scary. But I just my heart goes out to those people, and I'm hoping that they're able to fix it and make it right without running away and just dumping. It is really sad. North Coast, yeah, it's very sad. Let's see. It's gonna be pretty grueling the summer. I fear. Oh yeah, yeah. Acclimate to the weather. Yeah, for sure. We'll have like sun visors. I'm ready for it though. I'm tired of this weird weather. Like today, or actually today was like 60 degrees where I live, and then this Thursday it's gonna be like 74. So I'll be out there working. It's gonna feel like 100 degrees. It's in Tuna all weekend. Did you check out Neely's Trains? It's one of my favorite shops. I want to get back there so bad. I heard they like transferred locations. Neely's Trains was fantastic to me. They were so nice. I'd love to do a video there for the channel. And if I do go back to Altoona, I'll probably get like 5 or 6 videos. Um, just because I'd love to film Neely's Train Shop. Want to film the museum, get my take on things there. Uh, of course, film Horseshoe Curve. Maybe do a live stream if I have service there, and then check out a couple other shops. But that'd be a great weekend just to go up there and hang out. Just it was such a relaxing time when I was there before. It was a little hectic because we're running around, but um, yeah, it was really nice just to get away from home. It was like our only vacation that summer because the sickness was out there. Everything was still closed. It was really hard to travel without wearing like a mask and all that other. You guys know it. We've all lived through it, and it was nice just to get away from my old job, go up north, see some trains. So yeah, actually, I would thought about taking the Amtrak um, to Altoona, but I'd have to leave like Sunday at like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I'd take it all the way to Lancaster. So I'd drive to Lancaster, take the Pennsylvanian up, which would be a great experience, honestly, and then stay the night in Altoona, then come back on like a Sunday at like 8 o'clock. So you'd only really get like one day in Altoona. So it might be a little much to do the museum, then do all these train shops and Horseshoe. So it might be the thing of I don't know, Horseshoe. I'm not exactly sure. Seen a video recently on Neely's. Yeah, they're a great store. They're really nice. I bought um, about to sneeze here. I bought a couple of things from them. Excuse me. So I bought a Norfolk Southern GP9 shell there. I think I bought another car or two from them. I did a video. It's crazy. Like I forgot what I bought from those guys, but they're really nice, good people up there. All right, got some other comments I missed in here. So Life with Roscoe hit the museum and a couple hobby shots. That's where I left off. In the collection, I have a pink GG1, part of the Williams reproduction girl set. Ran at the club during one of our shows. It was a big hit. I know where you can get one of those. Star Hobby had one. I think they had two. They had two of those girl sets. Still in the box with all the accessories and track and everything. And I think K-Line made one too, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe K-Line and Williams definitely made them, but K-Line made either a freight set or a passenger set, and he had it all in this box. I think it was like $600, which is not bad at all for that set. It's pretty incredible. Doodlebugs are gas powered. They're also changed over to diesel. Yeah, I'd assume they'd change the diesel to accommodate larger, I guess larger trains and things like that. Have an N scale and HO Doodlebug. I'll tell you this really quick about the Doodlebugs. Missing some comments here, but I'll come back to you guys. So the Doodlebugs, there's only like a handful of O scalers that made Doodlebugs. I definitely know MTH made Doodlebugs. They have PS1 or PS2 conversions to them, and a lot of them are Rail King. They made like the Santa Fe, the MAPA, Maryland, Pennsylvania Railroad, a Pennsylvanian, and I think there's like a New York Central floating around there somewhere. But the biggest one you see on eBay are the Santa Fe ones with the like striping on the front. Those are really cool. But honestly, out of all the Doodlebugs, I'd want a Maryland and Pennsylvania. And some guys will actually convert passenger cars to Doodlebugs to mimic that MAPA speeder, or not speeder, Doodlebug. Thought we had a visitor up here. Nope, she went downstairs. Nope, she's right there. Of course, the cat's trying to get in the stuff. That's Chessie. She's around here somewhere. All right, let's go. Hey, what's up, Gus Arno? What's up, brother? Also, new CSX 7520 biodiesel fuel mixed with diesel. Oof, that's gonna be a mess. Used to work at a rubber factory. Yikes. Neely's was awesome. Seen a video recently on Neely. Oh, I've read those. Congrats on 4K. Hey, what's up, PA and Northeastern Rail fan? Thank you so much. Hope you have a nice evening. Thank you. It's going to be pretty cool. What's up, Jerry? Great meeting you this weekend. That was awesome. DB Tech, are you going to Allentown next Saturday? Unfortunately, not. I am tapped out. Um, Between bills and the government, they have turned me upside down and shaken me out for every last penny that I have. So I will be home for Allentown, guys. I'm really sorry. Um, I really wanted to go to Allentown, but it is just a tight season right now. I got some other things coming up, other trips and things like that. I just can't afford to go to Allentown. Unfortunately, Allentown's about 2 hours and 20 minutes away. So between like the fuel and getting there, I know it'd be more of a social event because a lot of my good friends go to Allentown, but this time I can't do it. DB Tech, sure. If you would like to, yeah, that's fine. Willing to pay her mission. I really appreciate that. It's just getting up there and some of the logistics I'm having right now, and I think yeah, just a couple of events happen. I can't do it right now, but I'll definitely be at that Scranton show. I'm. It's in early March. I'm definitely going up there. What's up, Raj? How's it going? Better be at work in the morning. I hope so. I'm ready to work. I'll work right now. Call me in. I need the I need the hours. Get that holiday pay. Have not been to Altoona in years. Need to go back soon. Yeah, I missed that comment. I'm sorry. Um, Altoona's a great little town. It's pretty cool. GE, what's up? Would you ever get a trolley? I had a trolley. I think I left it at. Oh, it's my dad's. I bought it for him. But yeah, I'd like to get. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of newer trolleys that came out. Jesse's trying to get into stuff. So if she comes over here, I'll grab her. You guys can take a look at her. She's grown. Yeah, Jerry's also meeting you as well, man. That was awesome. So if you guys want, check out DB Tech's video right there. When is the Scranton show? I think it's March. Oh God, Jamie would know if she's in the chat still. Excuse me. Soon as you're a Watchman, I can't wait for that. Saw a lot of you at high. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't film you, Raj. I let my friends do that for me. So there you go. Scranton is March 5th. I will be at that show for sure. That's gonna be a great show. A lot of my friends are going to that. What's up, Thomas, the post-war train guy? Um, yeah, Heath, what's up, brother? Yeah, 4,000. I wasn't expecting to hit 4,000 this week. I just like between the shorts, honestly, guys, these YouTube shorts are really helping out the channel. I checked out one of my shorts this week, had over 40,000 views and over 236 subscribers. I was like, holy crap. Like these shorts are really helping out the channel. So, hey, thank you so much, everyone. 4,000 subscribers worldwide. We know what we have a great community here. We have people from. We had a couple viewers from Hawaii. I think that was the furthest. Well, I guess it'd be west. But then we have subscribers in Canada, Australia, the UK, Germany, Scotland, and then I think we have viewers from Mexico that chime in once in a while. And then in the United States, we have viewers from all over the place. So thank you guys so much. It's been a lot of fun. And now that Google Translate actually kind of helps with comments, I have some of my viewers that are from Germany that love trains as well. So it's easy to translate comments from them. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, March 5th for Scranton. I will be at that show. I'm hoping to get to that one. That's a cool one. When are you gonna quit your day job? YouTube doesn't pay me enough to quit my day job. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, Roger high railed by. I didn't film you. Like I said, I let my friends do that. So Strasburg was awesome. I know it's a Kidyo asked a few times. I apologize for that. So Strasburg making at least 20 bucks a month. That's about right. If you do the math, it's about $40 a month, $42 a month. Yeah, that's about. He wants to talk about the day job. Oh no, can't make Allentown. Yeah, I'll be at that. Like I said, Scranton show for sure. So Strasburg was great. It was kind of a cluster on their part. Unfortunately they've like dealt with a lot of mechanical issues lately, not including the wreck. So, um, but yeah, basically what happened was the what was it? So basically, one of the cars had a mechanical problem. I think it was like the brakes got stuck. So that pushed all their trains back 30 minutes. So their timetable was completely screwed up. And after the timetable was all screwed up at Strasburg, um, I rode the 4 o'clock train. That was on time because they did like a photo charter with 89. It was like a special photo charter. So I wasn't part of that charter, but I came back to the station. On my 4 o'clock train, they did like their charter thing, and then I did my outro really quick for that video, and then I jumped on the 6 p.m. train after getting some dinner there. The 6 p.m. train was a cluster in itself. So, guys, this is pretty nuts. So we got down to Lehman Junction. They disconnect our train. They do the runaround and all that. And I'm sitting in a coach. It's pretty dark out. So we hook up to the other side and everything. We're sitting there and waiting. So you feel like the coaches are moving. So we're going about 5 or 6 miles per hour. The engine went into E, like emergency. So the train went into E. I've never been on a train at Strasburg to go into emergency before, but it definitely went into E. They busted air at the front of the train. You can hear the air going. So I looked at Jamie. Jamie Macon was riding with me, and I said, "We just went into emergency," and it was pretty nuts. So they go over the loudspeaker about 10 minutes later, saying like, "We have a problem with the engine. We'll hopefully be moving shortly. Just stay put. Don't go between cars." So we later found out through a friend of ours that was rail fanning. They actually, um, the dynamo on 90 broke, which a dynamo basically powers your lights, all your accessory power for the locomotive itself. So the crew had to ride back to Strasburg with no light. There's zero lights at all. So no cab lights, no headlights, no marker lights. And to get back, they actually put a starlight, which looks like this. Like this is an old starlight. This is my old Amtrak one. But basically, they took a starlight and hooked it up to the headlight of 90, and that was their light on the way back. So it was a pretty sketchy ride back. They were probably going about 10 miles per hour or so. Um, I guess in railroader terms, we'd be traveling like um, sight. They call it like sight distance, half the distance of sight or whatever. So you can't really do that because there's no sight. Um, so yeah, reduced or speed reduced. I don't know what they were doing. We came back to Strasburg with zero lights, and the guys were in the cab with flashlights, half the range of vision. There you go. My RWP's coming to me. So yeah, so we were going like really slow, and we got back. Like I said, yeah, at least we got back. Yeah, don't you work for the railroad? I do. So yeah, guys, it was a pretty sketchy ride back, and I don't want to ever do that again. But yeah, 90 was dark, and it was so crazy. The engine without the without the dynamo spinning, the locomotive was super quiet. So I thought that was hilarious. They don't teach them anything. Oh God, getting a job for oh cool. Be awesome. So I missed a lot of comments in here talking about my Strasburg story, but did you put on your Superman? No, I did not. I did not it, it's not my railroad. The new freight yard's done. Yes, I have heard about that. Let's see. Let's see. I missed a bunch of comments there, guys. I apologize. It's like freaking out on me now. He'll learn by the week. There we go. Yeah, don't worry. We're getting qualified on tools this week. So there we go. I already cut my first piece of rail. It's still in my car. Do you want an NKP railroad spike? Not at this time. I see railroad spikes like every day. I'm I I'll start getting flashbacks from work if I see another railroad spike. What's up, Slide Cat? How's it going? Call me to get foul or track out. Yeah, 1947. Yeah, we still see that old hardware. A lot of you guys, some of you railroad guys out there might know that a lot of the hardware that we're using is like some of it's like 100 years old. Like the rail, we were working on rail the other day. It was from 19, I think it was like 1922, and then we have one other piece of rail that was like from 1924. A lot of the spiking, like the plates, like the rail plates, are from like 1944 and above. Pretty crazy. The are on time kicked me off train in Jersey because I had the wrong ticket. Oh, geez. Roger, work him to the bone. He does. He does do that. But no, we it's a great working environment. Well, so far only NS is derailed on my N scale tracks, and the Amtrak have been fine so far. It's because I'm working on it's built by me. Yeah, you guys know there's a lot of reasons why I don't have any NS stuff. Well, I do, but I don't. I have some hoppers underneath this whole mess of cabooses to my right. I've got some NS hoppers. I think I have three. I kept them because they're hoppers, but kind of mix them in. I haven't ran them in like months. I'm not a fan of NS at all. So I actually sold my only NS engine. It was a SD70. It was a SD70. I forgot what it was. It wasn't an Ace. Oh, SD70M. They got rid of all of them. So I thought it was a cool engine. It sounded great. Ran really nice. It had Proto Sound 2, great smoke unit and everything. But just like after the whole NS debacle, I was like, nope, kick it out, selling it. So I usually don't sell a lot of trains, as you guys can probably tell. But after that, I was like, nope, I'm done with this. Heard Southern, oh, the Southern unit. Or no, wait, hold on. Heard Norfolk Southern 8099 is in Altoona shops. Just the shell was intact. They're putting a new one in it, being rebuilt. Sweet. Uh, yeah, the Palestine situation is just horrible. I'm like I feel for those people. It's pretty nasty. Should have gotten the the Conrail hoodie, not the NS one. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of Conrail stuff, and honestly, I was not a Conrail fan or a Penn Central fan before. I had no idea, but then after doing some research and things, some of these locomotives that they're running were from like the Pensy era, things like that. So it's kind of cool to see the history and actually seeing these railroads use the old equipment. So that's why I kind of had an appreciation for Conrail eventually. Other than that, it's like I heard the company could have been a mess, and so I've heard mixed stories. I heard it's like it's a great railroad, worked it, and I've heard horror stories like about safety and all that stuff. So it's a mixed bag. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions. You go to the railroad, you have to basically, you know, listen to what you want to hear. Basically, it's a mixed bag of treats. and you get all kinds of attitudes and things. Like I love what I do, and it's honestly to me it's fun. I don't mind it. It's like a puzzle each day you get to solve. But there's some guys out there that just hate it. But it is what it is. Do you know Railfan Rowan? I do not. I'm not sure if he still works for NS or not, but I have not really followed him a whole lot. Cincinnati closed off their water intakes. Jeez. What a mess. Nick, I found a Chicago flyer. Very cool. Most of the rolling stock, B&O, C&O, Santa Fe. Yeah, I got a mixed bag of stuff. I'm trying to consolidate my collection within like a handful of rares. I think I'm doing pretty good now. Honestly, my collection's got mostly Pensy stuff, but trying to stay within like a handful of railroads here. Yes, I do mess with them. It's not that bad. Could be worse. The Ohio wreck was caused, losing the wheel. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of stuff on that. There's actually another channel out there. He covered the wreck in detail. He's been a maintenance away guy for like 40 years. He's like 70 or I think he's 68 or 72 years old. It's a really cool channel. I forgot it's like CCRX or something like that. He does like maintenance away videos. So I've learned a lot from watching his videos. He's a really like goofy dude, but he is so cool and so entertaining to watch. And because I can't film, obviously, but for some reason this guy films like maintenance away work and gets away with it. So it's kind of a cool learning tool on some of his videos. Some of them are just entertaining, and he just goes out and does some like goofy stuff. But for the most part, he's showing you how he fixed things. Like he fixed a crack rail once, showed you thermite welds, fire snakes on rail, all that cool stuff. Sorry, my phone's going crazy for some reason. It's probably comments. Yeah, YouTube comments. Got a ton of Southern Pacific, New Haven, American Flyer line now. So, where's the fire on the hopper car? I'm not sure what you mean there. Our friend Dave CCRX in Pennsylvania, Dave. Hey, yeah, I think that's him. He's a really cool like channel to watch. Like I've learned stuff from his channel, and I've commented too, like saying, "Hey, thanks, thanks for showing me this. I'm a fellow maintenance away, just starting out, and I've learned a lot. He's goofy, and I like it because it's like entertaining, And when you're out in the railroad, all you have, honestly, are your fellow coworkers and things for entertainment. So I totally understand it. 20 miles away on camera was picked up. They had a hot box. Yeah, I heard that too about that. So, basically a couple railroads I'm collecting. Like I'm going to stay in that kind of realm to collect. Not going to really branch out from that. Pennsylvania Railroad and basically Pennsylvania B&O, C&O, Western Maryland, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Reading, and then C&J. Maybe some Norfolk Western stuff. Not really a huge N&W like connoisseur, but those are like the main railroads I'm trying to stick with because like they're somewhat local to me, and don't really count Amtrak in there. I already have enough Amtrak stuff. But anytime I see Strasburg stuff or Mappa, I'm gonna probably grab it because it's very rare. Like Pennsylvania stuff, pretty common. The other railroads I talked about are pretty common as well. Western Maryland items are actually getting pretty hard to find, and Chessie stuff. If you're looking for popular railroad spikes, they have HCX on top. Sweet. I gave up on Steam. Oh. Hey, what's up? What's up, Train Seekers? How's it going? Congrats on. Hey, thank you so much. Your guys' channel's growing pretty well too. That's awesome. PWALAR. I'm not sure. Let me look up his channel real quick. I have 19 new hires, aka clowns. Hopefully, I'm not too bad. I keep my mouth shut. I'm just there to work, man. How about East Broad Top? You know, the only East Broad Top, um, there's some cool East Broad Top stuff out there. There's some cool stuff out there, but it's all like ON30. Is that it? It's like it runs on HO track, but it's narrow gauge. I think it's like ON30. I believe that's what it's called. What's up, Nightfly? Are PS1 engines any good? Steam engines. The Steam engines, I will tell you this, they are built like tanks. The PS1 Steam engines are like bulletproof. For PS1, you're going to hear a lot of guys tell you to throw a BCR in there. It's basically a capacitor and like a little brick. It looks like a 9-volt battery slot. For PS1, I recommend keeping the battery in there. I know a lot of you guys are probably screaming at me right now through the computer, like, why are you going to throw that? Because the electronics in a PS1 really rely on that battery compared to that capacitor. Now, for anything newer, like PS2 and 3 already have capacitors in them for the most part, but the ones are great. So let me look up that guy's channel really quick. But yeah, PS1 engines are pretty bulletproof. Got the K4 and the Dreyfus; they're great runners. I've got two PS2 Steam engines. Got the C&O Yellow Belly that they made. What's it, 491, and also have 1361. Both are semi-scale Rail Kings, but they are like bulletproof. They are solid runners. They smoke out this entire room. The sounds are for PS1 guys. Your sounds are going to be very early, primitive sounds, but they're better than like the LTI stuff. And in my opinion, some of it's better than the early like TMCC. Like I'm talking like 90s TMCC. Got a Yellow Belly and S. Very cool. Here, I'm gonna look up that channel really quick to throw his channel out there. He's a really, really cool dude. Like I said, he's just a goofball, and I love it. Let's see. He did a video not too long ago on. I think he rode in a spike machine or the tamper. He rode inside a tamper, and then a surfacer. That was kind of cool. Gotta look up my history here. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to work here. Wheeling and Lake Erie are hard to find. Yeah, and PL and E or PL. Yeah, PL and E. Oh no, P and LE. That's it. Pittsburgh and Lake Erie. Those are hard to find too. All right, I'm on the library here. Let's see. Used to easily be able to look up like the history here. Let's see. Yeah, I can't seem to find his channel there. Hey, James, how's it going? Whoops. All right, I found how they totally changed the YouTube app here. Doing good. Get the thumbs up. Very cool. 9 railroad spikes from a piece of main line off of Norfolk Southern. Yeah, like I said, I see spikes every day. I have a spike collection, but they are let's see. They're from like a handful of railroads. There are mostly Yeah, this isn't working right here. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason I can't find them in. Let's see. Still looking for his channel. For some reason, it's not like the old way to look up YouTube history here. It sucks. I'm trying to give this guy a plug here for his channel. Do Amtrak spikes have no? They're just like typical cans. Just typical I think they're coated in zinc, so they're not supposed to rust as fast. And then when you hit them in, that zinc covering kind of becomes like this powdery, flaky stuff. But no, they're just typical spike. I'm not even sure who makes them, but we open up a new can. The funny thing is, cans of spikes, usually the bottom of the can are completely rusted out. So we usually, the top of the can is like crimped over, and there's like a coating of paint. It's like a white epoxy, so the lid doesn't rust, but the base of the can, there's like I don't know, like 100. Usually the bottom rusts out, so you have to use like a spiking maul, bust open the bottom to get the spikes out. It's goofy, and we end up turning the cans upside down unless you can pry them up and the bottom's not completely rusted out. But usually the spikes on the inside are completely clean. It's just kind of goofy. But yeah, I cannot find that guy's channel. It's really annoying. But like I said, the new YouTube app for like a phone is not the same anymore. Did Dave stop in saying DA Griffin? I don't know if Dave's here or not. Oh, I also have Randy Jacobs, Mr. Comment there too. Sorry about that. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I cannot find this guy's channel, which I feel bad about because his channel is really cool. But the shoot, there's another channel I know a lot of you guys have probably seen. It's like Locomotive Engineer Mike Barnett. He's got some cool stuff out there too. Just him riding trains. But I cannot seem to find this Maintenance Away guy's channel, which is really frustrating. And then Wide World of Trains. You guys probably know Wide World of Trains as well. CCRX 6700. That's rare. That's the channel right there. So guys, if you want to learn about Maintenance Away, anything like that, check out that guy's channel right there. Hey, thanks, Dave. CCRX 6700. That channel, you will learn something. And I go on there all the time to reference stuff or just learn about different tools and things. Like I said, he's a great teacher. And seems like he's really happy about being there on the railroad and fixing track and stuff. And he did touch on the incident in Ohio. So if you want to hear it from his perspective, his most recent video, I believe, he talked about that. But I love watching that channel. It's like you get to learn some stuff. Lots of CSX videos. This guy, Mike Barnett, actually, um, he operates. He was an engineer, and he has like a phone or something in the cab, like filming out, which is like you can't do that. But I guess he's been posting videos for, like because he's retired or whatever. I don't know. There you go. So, guys, we're gonna run some trains in just a few minutes here. Mike Barnett's retired. Yeah, I guess he had like you know, it's basically he's retired so he can post his videos, but it's kind of nuts. He like has a lot of like cab videos. Some of them he's like bouncing. I guess he's like I've heard like a lot of those diesels bounce and things like that. 40 years in the railroad. Wow. Thoughts of the Ohio, not my pig, not my farm. If those were my tracks, nah, it's all good. Steve and I are from uh, Stormshire Productions visited the railroad high rail truck with him in June. Very cool. Called a 70 Ace. Those are getting harder to find. NS runs a lot of old stuff where I'm at. They ran an SD60. I think it was an SD60 AH, something like that. That was by our tracks the other day. That was kind of cool. We had to clear the track anyways. Train was coming through during lunch. And yeah, it's SD60 AH. Then they ran another one. It was like SD60. I don't know, like all these rebuilt numbers and things. And the other one was like some type of GE monster. I hate GEs, but it's pretty crazy. Do you have trains by your crews while you're working? All the time. Um, yeah, I was actually pretty close. I mean, we have to stay within our point of safety, but sometimes your point of safety is a couple feet from the track. We had 2 Fridays ago. We were working and we cleared up the track because we lost our foul, and there was I think it was a cab car, and the end of it's got a city sprinter in the back, and we were about I would say I was about 6 feet from the track, and because there's nowhere else to go, and the train's going about 110, it was coming out of a curve, and that was pretty cool. But yes, there are trains on our tracks. Like as we're working, we clear the track and all that good stuff. Just have to keep eyes out everywhere and keep an eye out on your signals too. That's the other thing I tell a lot of my coworkers is like keep an eye up on your signals because if you have a red facing it, it means something could coming from out of that signal. And then if you have a green and you're facing the signal, it means something's going to come up behind you. So you got to be careful, and just knowing your signals could save your life or keep you more aware. And I tell people that all the time, but a lot of guys in my class will ask me, "Hey, what's that signal mean? What's that mean?" I'm like, "That means this," and just keep an eye out, just helping each other out. Does BNSF or UP run by me? No, NS has been using a lot of foreign power. So NS has been using a lot of UP and BNSF and even CSX attached to their stuff, which I'm not a huge fan of. I hate seeing railroads use other power. It just looks weird. Back in the old days, that would never really happen a whole lot. Yeah, unless the only way I could see it happening because the PRR owned stock with the N&W, so you probably see some motive power cars mixed in there, and then apparently B&O bought like 60 or 40% of the Reading Railroad stock, and then the Reading also bought up C&J assets, which explains how like B&O and C&J could interchange cars because they were all kind of like under the B&O subsidiary at one point, which is pretty interesting, guys. Look it up. I didn't know that until recently, but it's just some interesting history right there. Yes, Jerry saw me at Strasbourg. I gave that guy a big hug. It's like it's been too long. It's like haven't seen him before, so we crossed paths so many times but never like hung out or anything. All right, guys, so we're gonna roll trains in just a few minutes here. But yeah, Strasbourg was cool. Lots of crazy stuff. If you guys haven't yet, check out that video. It's up and it's 24 minutes long. It's like a little bit longer video than I'd normally do, but it's definitely worth it. Lots of cool catches and things. I tried some different footage or different angles, different points of perspective, I guess. Like standing away from the tracks, not being right up on the tracks, standing back, let the trains do the work type of thing. It was a lot of fun. Get your car upgraded. I should have went up waiting for parts. Ooh. But yeah, that railroad, Strasbourg is pretty cool. CSX SD70AH video uploaded now. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of those A lot of those GE locomotives are going to take over all the EMD stuff. I'm not a huge fan of this GE stuff at all. And I hear it from a lot of my friends in the railroad. They're like, the GE stuff is junk, but they ride nice. It's just mechanically, like it's out of their control, but mechanically they're just junk. ET44AH. I'm not sure what that would look like. Like a lot of the modern locomotives, it's really hard for me to tell the difference between them. Um, the SD units, I know they're 6 axle, and then the back is like the way the back is shaped and the vents and all that. But a lot of that stuff, it's really hard for me to tell the difference. I like my old diesels. I've told you guys that multiple times on the channel. It's like I like the old stuff. It's so much easier to identify, and um, they just have a little bit more charm, in my opinion. But now everything kind of looks the same. So let me check this out really quick, and then we're gonna get rolling trains. So tonight we're running the E7s, and then we're also going to be excited for that. Do you have to be a TCA member for the York events? So honestly, yes. Yeah, I would honestly sign up for the TCA. So there's a little bit of a gray area there. So the TCA basically will allow you to show up on that Saturday, which they call like the public day. But the bad thing is, you're only going to be able to go to like one or two of the halls. I think the layouts, you can see the layouts hall and then the orange hall at the York TCA meet. That's it. You pay the public price, which I might be doing in April, just to go to the orange hall. That's mostly where I buy my stuff. But the member halls, there's like 5 halls in total. Oh, okay, it has roof vents on the end. Okay. Yeah, that might have been the locomotive that I saw the other day. Old NS bikes from Powell. Very cool. But yeah, the TCA events are. I don't want to like call it any names or anything, but you do kind of pay to. You get your magazine in the mail like every couple of months, and you get like the newsletter that they email to you. But honestly, for the TCA show in York, if you're looking to get some crazy good deals on trains, it's worth the membership fee every year. Um, it's never too late to join the TCA. So what it's the Illuminati, pretty much. You also have the I call them the hall Nazis. I mean that in a nice way because they will chase you down. So like my buddy Dave, like I have a watch on, right? I wear it because you got to have a watch on the railroad. My buddy Dave had like all these bracelets on. So I'm with Dave from DA Griffin, and it's our first York show. We're all hanging out, and this lady like chases him down because she couldn't see his wristband, and we call her like the hall Nazi. She like chased after him. She's like, "Sir, come back. Let me see your wristband." And he's like, "It's right here. I just paid to get in here." um, don't be nice. Call them. Call them like you see them. Last TCA show, everyone was very nice, and we had some great experiences. Like we asked one of the home monitors, this upgrader to home monitor. She's very nice. She took a picture of my group of friends, and they were really really sweet. But last year we ran into a couple of these uh, degraded home monitors that chased after Dave. Is pretty crazy. But yes, you can join the TCA right now and make it for the April show. You can actually join. You can join the TCA that week and still go to the show. I recommend like a couple days before sign up for it and do if you're not a TCA member and you would like to be a TCA member, do the 6-month trial. It's like $20 It's not the whole $50, and then you still have to pay to go into the show. So that's another what, 15 or $18. So instead of paying 50, or it'd be what, 68 or $70 to go to the show, you're only paying 20 bucks plus your 18 or whatever it is to get to the show. So like 38 instead of like 68. So saves you a couple bucks. And then if you don't find the value at the TCA, you're good for 6 months. So I signed up for the TCA for the first time last year. You get one guest pass. So you can be a guest one time at a TCA event. You have to kind of be like shadowed around, but you get one guest pass, and you can't go to all the spots. So I burned that last October, or no, last fall show. Then when I went in April of last year or whatever, I think I just went that Saturday, and then last TA show in October, I signed up as a 6 month member. They could have lunch lady at school. Lunch lady, yeah, yeah. Don't walk the tracks of any Class One railroad. It's a horrible idea. We have cameras everywhere, and you will be caught and prosecuted. So don't do it. Especially now with all this like mysterious train derailments. Do not get caught walking on tracks. Don't walk on tracks. It is so dangerous. If you see tracks, think train, and they can come from any direction, anytime. Um, you know, just don't do it. And even just walking beside tracks, guys, there's so much dangerous stuff out there. I know it sounds like crazy, or like saying, Nick, what do whatever. I've walked tracks forever. But here's the thing, like there's a lot of stuff that hangs off of rail cars that you may not see, especially like straps or cables. Like those center beam cars have cables on them; they can fly off, get really hurt. So yeah, please do not walk railroad tracks. That is probably like the worst thing you can do. There's tons of spots to watch trains at a safe distance. We have like the Macungie Rail Fan Park. That's a nice, safe place to watch trains. There's level crossings. If you can pull your car over to the side of the road and watch trains out of the way. Just do not walk tracks. Anola's got the Train Watchers Bridge. You can park and walk on top of the bridge. It's completely safe. So yeah, there's a lot of other spots to watch trains. All right, so we're gonna run trains. It's 9 o'clock, so we got to run some trains here. All right, so let me spin you guys around. So track one, got my B&O E7s, which you guys love on the channel. They are to my left, and then we have a bunch of mixed freight. We have some. Looks like I got my Tropicana car, my CSX extended box, Sentinel, B&O covered hopper, my Conrail extended gondola, my C&O refrigerator, my coffee car, B&O automobile, State of Maine. What are you? B&O early bird, and then I've got two tankers, and then my Western Maryland Fireball box, then a B&O caboose, and then thank you so much. Saw that there. Track two, we're running a 2025, which is like a K4 post-war. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it's probably my favorite post-war steam engine. With a whistling tender, we have a Orient Express box reefer, luggage or a baggage car, two heavyweight coaches, and then three streamlined coaches part of that set, and then and then one heavyweight observation. So let's get rolling here. And yep, I will be at that show. I'm hoping to be there, but I'm going to be going that Friday unless I can get out of work to catch maybe Friday night, like the tag of Friday. But I'll probably be at York that Saturday only. We'll have to see. All right, guys. So here we go. Let me spin you all around. We'll get a couple of looks here. Let me loosen up this camera. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Spin you guys around here. And I'll get you guys to a better spot so you're not in the light right there. But I got this shirt at the museum, or not the museum, the railroad itself. Good old Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. So, All right, so there we go. We'll fire up the B&Os first. Oops. Let me actually reset the engine there. Hey, thank you, Thomas. Recommend to everyone, do not walk on railroad tracks. Yep. Yeah, there's so many. Guys, I'll tell you this. It's like I am, like I said, I walk tracks every day for work, and there are so many dangerous spots, and it's not worth falling and getting hurt over. There we go. Take you out. I got my foot stuck in a guide rail 3 weeks ago now. Actually hurt really. Good old post-war whistle right there. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, every day I'm safe. Like pretty safe around tracks. Always keeping an eye out and everything. But I do appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much. These B&Os are pretty sweet. I put a rail sounds board in them. Those are actually Williams conventional locomotives, and I threw a rail sounds. I think it's a rail sounds 3, so I at least get the bell, the horn, and all the engine sounds. Do you have the NYC rail sounds tender? Yes, I do. That's a great piece. How old are those B&O engines? I think they're from like maybe 2008, 2010. They run really nice. They're Williams by Bachman. Which tender is that? I think it's. Oh God, I'm not sure what tender it is. I apologize. It's not the tender that came with this locomotive. It needs to be rebuilt. Like the truck needs to be rebuilt. But I do have the original tender that came with it. I think it's the original tender is like a 6. Oh God, it's like a 16. I forgot. I apologize. The steam engine is from, I believe, 1948. It's a Silver Stack 2025. Tender is a 2046. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a nice sounding whistle on that one too. Hey, thank you so much. It's got the good old Puff and Chuff smoke unit. Yeah, this one runs great. My other 2020 or 2025 is up on the shelf. Needs to be kind of rebuilt. Nice. Is there a big difference between the April and October show? Honestly, the April show is a little bit smaller from what I've heard, but the October show is like pretty big. That used to be the big one Lionel comes out to and stuff, but they don't anymore. Yeah, unfortunately, Lionel doesn't come out to York anymore for some reason. I guess they're afraid of witching about all the quality control. What flavor smoke? So I just put in cranberry woods. So originally I was using the proto smoke, but the proto smoke burns kind of heavy. Nice, like I don't know, it's got like that old school smell to it. Some cranberry woods, and that's JT steam. The JT's burns a little bit faster because it's a vapor smoke compared to like the MTH is like an oil smoke. The cranberry woods is great. I call it girlfriend friendly. It's not too heavy or anything. What's up, Jeffrey? How's it going? MPOG, very cool. There we go. Sorry, I could see the resistor inside the stack actually glowing red. So I put a lot of smoke fluid in there to calm that thing down so it doesn't overheat. Hanging in there. Yeah, same here. Semi-Skill 773. Oh, those are pretty cool. So the 2025, I will say, is like probably one of the hardest post-war engines in my collection to take apart and get back together. So I really don't want that resistor burning out because it's just such a pain. I had to send 3 engines to line up for repair. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they are a mess right now. How's work going? It's going great. I love it. I love what I do. Oil-based smoking. Yeah, I just like to take them easy, you know. Like, these are just conventional resistor smoke units. And this one's been rebuilt to take liquid. So a lot of you guys, if you have older tab, like using the old wax tablets and stuff, basically you can clean those up and use liquid smoke. Just do not mix liquid and wax tabs or the paraffin wax because they'll just create this horrible reaction and they'll destroy your smoke unit. The best thing to do is just get a resistor kit and then replace the resistor and I'll clean it all up. This one's been excuse me. This one's been rebuilt, and it smokes great with liquid smoke. Does 2025 have the pin and the side you have to punch out? One of mine does. This one does not. The later one does. Like all the cheaper ones after, well, during the Korean conflict over there, Korean War, those locomotives have the pin across. This one has a screw that goes across it. It's not work when you do something you love. Exactly. I love it. Go to my 24/6 tender, going to have Lionel Warhorse sounds. Oh, those are great. Those boards are actually almost sold out on eBay, but those are great sounding whistles. Lionel engines from the 90s still run. Yeah, because they have the old, basically that same principle. Just a pull more motor in them and everything. All right, I'm actually going to take the 2025 off. We're going to replace it with a GG1. Just probably getting kind of toasty. This is a pretty big hit train for this 2025. Like these cars are pretty heavy. Yep, and it's pretty warm too. (2003) 442. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the GG1. Put you guys over here for now. Yeah, we're on GG1 with some passenger cars, and then. Hey, thanks James for coming in. English muffins. Oh, that sounds great. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, the whistle on this one's is great. It's like, whoops, crank the power too high. All right, so on track one, I'm actually going to put my Western Maryland Jeep. So I'm going to pull that train around. All right, so it sounds like that locomotive needs a new battery. So the board in the 1E7 is actually it's just a board I bought on or not Amazon, on eBay for like $100. I did a video on that. If you guys want, just check out my tutorial playlist. Lots of cool videos in there to check out, and they're for entertainment purposes. Not like I'm not the expert here. Like we're all here to help each other out, but it was a cool video to do. I kind of messed up some things. I learned as I went along, and I also have a hooter whistle put in one of my tenders too. So these Raycons kits can really brighten up one of your locomotives and give it some life. This Williams engine only had like the Williams. It's like a standard horn, and the whistles do the same thing. It's two longs, a short, and a long horn, and then the bell sounds like someone hitting like a sledgehammer on a piece of rail. It sounds horrible. So I was like, you know what? These engines are beautiful. Like I want to give them some more animation. So I'm gonna grab my GP9 on the shelf. That's got Proto Sound 1. So bear with me there. And then on track 2, we'll hook up the GG1. So I'll be right back, guys. Do some train destruction here real quick. All right. I actually had to lower the volume on the GP9 because those guys are so loud. So this Proto Sound 1, see how loud it is. Perfect. This locomotive is so loud. I actually, when I fired up for the first time, it was so loud I could hear it through all 3 levels of my house, at my old house. But I just lower the volume to like maybe 10%, and I can get another full 1.5 turns on the volume dial in there. Yep, good old Western Maryland Jeep. I gotta let her, let's see. All right, we got the GG1 on track 2. There we go. I'll get you guys over to the station. This GG1 actually looks great with the lighting that we have set up right now. Looks really serene. So I'll get you guys over there. Go. There we go. How long does it take to clean the track? So, railroad enthusiasts, that's a great question. So far everything operates pretty smooth. My layout's only a 12 by or 8 by 12 club style, so it's like we're sitting inside the layout right now. It's like a big circle around me. But honestly, there's only 2 engines in my entire collection that kind of spaz out on dead spots. So I've got I think it's a U33C with TMCC and Odyssey. It flips out on one section of track. So it needs to be like super clean for that locomotive. And then the other one is my Pennsylvania 04 or 080. That one flips out as well. But I just run. Do you have the Lionel 734? I do not, unfortunately. Do you have any Vision Line locomotives? I don't. The highest end locomotive that I have is honestly a Sound 3 um, Camelback. And I've got my PS2 Decapod. I've got a couple of, I think I have 2 engines with Odyssey, and I have 1 engine with Odyssey. That's it. But no, track cleaning's pretty easy. Just let the cars do the work. I'd love to get an actual like car cleaning car with the rotary pads. That might help out a lot. So if I'm running conventional or command, usually there are no dead spots on here. It's pretty good. Story 734. That's what I've heard as well. I would like to see 734 be restored. That'd be awesome. Because I've never seen that locomotive before. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, this one, this GG1 is part of the commemorative series. I think it's celebrating 70 years of the GG1. It was something like that. I forgot exactly what it was. It's Brunswick Green. Yeah, I'd like to get a full-scale GG1. Sorry about that, guys. I was uploading a short really quick of these trains running. So, but yeah, I'd love to get a full-scale GG1, and I have a full-scale set of Pensy cars. They're heavyweights, but that would be just so cool. What's up, Train Wild? How's it going? Awesome passenger cars. Thank you so much. The first William, the streamlined cars are Lionel, and then the heavyweights are Lionel. The heavyweights, the 3 heavyweights came with that GG1 as a full set. Thought 90 went down for it's 1472. What's up, Walter Mackey? So 90 is going to be down for inspection starting like early mid March, somewhere around there. It's going to go to like another weekend of hands on the throttle experiences, and then Strasburg's going to take her out of service for the 1472. Slycad, I think is your B&O Time Saver Lionel or Atlas. It's actually a Weaver car. I got that a long time ago at a show, but yes, it's a Weaver. Weaver full scale. I love it. Beautiful car. How long? I think it's going to be done pretty fast, unless they find something catastrophically wrong. 90 didn't look like it was in that poor of shape when I saw it on Saturday, other than like it having the malfunction of the dynamo on our train ride. Everything else looked okay. I mean, there's some rust. There's some paint work that it needs. There was also some like rust coming out of the boiler, or not the boiler, but the pistons were like covered in like this rust overspray. So it might need some work somewhere along the line, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Local train start at GG1 Penn Central colors. Yeah, those are pretty cool. The Penn Central stuff and like all the 80s, all these 80s railroads are like coming back. Conrail and Penn Central, those are like really hot right now. Looking for a nice one. Oh man, those are going to look great too. What's up, John? How's it going? Checking in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll get you guys another vantage point on the layout here. There we go. At the rail fin park. Strasburg's probably your best bet. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. They got the best steam shop probably in the world at Strasburg. So I think it'll be done pretty fast. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with her. What's up, Al's AGN Trains? Thank you so much. It means a lot. Like I said, this week has been pretty crazy. I just was not expecting that to happen this week. So, but yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. It really means a lot. And we've come a long way. It's been awesome. Roadside America. Oh. I never got to check out Roadside. I might have when I was a lot younger, but I'm not exactly sure if it was like a little bit before my time or not. All right, guys, I'm going to switch out the Jeep. We'll switch it out for something else. Let's see what I can find. I might run my my Conrail anniversary unit. We'll see. Be right back. Yeah, Choo Choo Barn. I'm not sure what's going on with Choo Choo Barn, but I have heard it's also for sale. So that horn is actually the horn on my Conrail unit. So I'm not sure why they put that horn on that diesel. I have thought about swapping out the Rail Sounds board, and I don't know. It's like a slotted board system, so I could easily swap out that board. Maybe put like a Rail Sounds 5 board in it or something. Compare that to the GG1. All right, I'm going to swap out the GG1. I'll probably get my 1361. Yeah, the Conrail horn is ridiculous. Good old Jeep 38. Yeah, I'm going to go grab my 1361 K4. We'll run that with the passenger train. I'm going to keep it semi-scale, keep the tradition going here. So the outer track's all scale. The inner track is all semi-scale tonight. All right, so I got the K4 hooked up. I just remembered we're not going to get sounds as the inner track. for some reason hates Proto Sound 1, so totally forgot about that. Hey John, is that for the train shop as well, or is it just Choo Choo Barn? Yeah, I gotta change that engine. I don't want to break it because the Proto Sound. I'll find something else on the shelf to hook up to her. Here, I'll just grab the other K4. Yeah, Choo Choo Barn is for sale. Budget friendly GG1, and then I'd gut it and put in TMCC and all that fun stuff. Here we go. Hey, Race Rail Raider, how's it going? And John, I totally understand that for sure. Watching some trains. Thank you so much for stopping in. Hey, John, how's it going? Good evening, brother. Hey. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, this is a crazy hobby. I mean, you can take it to the extreme or be simple and all that fun stuff, but it's been a great hobby. It's been a lot of fun, honestly. Ah, the train shop. Yeah. building an O gauge layout. Very cool. What kind of track are you guys going to use? Do you have any ideas on track or bench work ideas? Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream around 10 o'clock, everyone. But for anyone has any questions on new layouts or any of that, just reach out. We have an email on the channel. Just reach out nixcrossing@gmail.com. If you guys have any questions or anything, I ended up getting rid of the Facebook page. We had a couple of weirdos come in there and comment some stuff and destroyed the Facebook page. So I took it down. So we no longer have like the Facebook Messenger and all that. But if you want, just send me an email at nixcrossing@gmail.com. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Like I said, I'd take the Facebook page down. We had some really strange characters coming in, trying to like dox the Facebook page, said some really nasty comments of some really weird stuff. I have no idea what they were talking about. Just some really weird stuff in there. So, but we ended up sticking to the email. And like I said, the page was pretty much like trolled until I just took it down. I was like, the heck with this. I'm taking it down. So people were like commenting on stuff. It was just really out of control. So I took the Facebook page down. No more Facebook page. Definitely something for everybody, whether steam, diesel, electric, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, the hobby, I'll say this hobby is very versatile. You can go from like something as simple as this room, or you can build like a whole basement. I know people have built entire like barns or houses full of their train stuff. Um, it's all kinds of stuff that can, you know, be out there for trains. Like people have taken their entire homes, put holes through the walls, they run trains through it. You can do anything you want in this hobby and all the different scales, so many options. One of my good friends, Heath, that's might have been in here earlier. He does a lot of the electronics and programming and things like that. He's now starting to run trains remotely through his guests in the live streams. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know how I do that with O scale, but he's able to do that with like his DC systems are all digital. So pretty cool, right? But yeah, the basically the hobby is just you can get into all kinds of stuff. You can get into the basic end of running just toy trains. You can get into, I mean, these are all toys. I'll be honest with you guys. I know there's a lot of guys out there may not like this comment, but these are all toys. These doesn't matter how detailed an item is, how perfect it is, how imperfect. They're all toys. So, but you can get into like the toy train world, as I mean, like your standard gauge stuff that's old, or the new standard gauge stuff, or tin plate, post war. I have a friend that he collects post war accessories and operates them. That's just so cool. I like how you built the layout around the perimeter of the room. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was the idea. This space up here is so confined. Like my old layout, where I'm standing right now would have been inside the platform, because the original Nick's Crossing layout was a 4x12, or it's like a 4x11 and 11 and 8 inches or whatever, because the room, I had built it behind, like I have these little attic doors. They're kind of hard to see, but they're like crawl spaces into the roof. So I had to build it so I could access those spaces, and I get about 4.25 feet away from that door. So it's just a 4x12 platform. Using all 031, 042. And I do miss that layout sometimes because it was just so simple. But it's just the way it is. It's evolved up here. Then I built the yard extension that could be pulled away to get to the one door. And then after that, I said, well, the heck with that. If I can build over the doors, and that's exactly what I did. This layout runs about, I don't know, like 2 inches above the door. So you can get in those doors. What basically happened, I had a mold problem in the other crawl space, the one to my right, because it's above our bathroom. I had to get in there and spray some solution to mitigate that problem so it wouldn't, rot the house. So everything up here is just built form fitting to the room. And like I didn't worry about cleaning up like these edges of the bench work because when I film videos, you guys usually don't see that unless we're doing like the intro or the outro. I'm sitting at my desk here with the camera in front of me in the grass of the layout. But it's all on top, just like a club layout. Like you're looking on the layout, not below. I mean, eventually I could technically use like a curtain or something, but that's just something else to clean, something else to watch out for. The cats will get into it. And then accessing my cars and things on my shelves. So just a little bit easier up here. It's pretty cool. I have a few O gauge trains myself and planning to build the train layout hopefully in the near future. So anyone looking to build a layout, I always say this on the channel, the larger your curves, the better. So what I mean by that, some brands like MTH Rail King will say that it works on 031, but 031, 30 and 31-inch radius really stresses out your cars and your locomotives because there's so much stuff on those motors. Like the Conrail locomotive I was running tonight, the motors and even the E7s and the Western Maryland to the truck. There's so many wires and things clamped on to those trucks, and it all moves around the corners. So the larger your curves, the better. I recommend anything above. I know I've said 42, but honestly, I'd go like 54. 54 and above is like your best because um, the larger your curves, the better off your trains will be. And they really help prolong your locomotive, especially when you have tethers going between your tender and the locomotive for steam. Um, those tethers have tiny wires on them, and those break on those curves and things too. Hey, Brian Rock, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. 060. Okay, you should be great. That'll work. Yeah, 060 is nice with the newer cars and things. Like, hold up. Let me see this. Let me show you this. Oh. So when you start getting into larger cars, like this box car right here, this is like what the 86-foot box car. These cars, honestly, like put up on my shoulder. These cars need like 72 plus. These look like ridiculous on 070, 072. So my next layout, I'm definitely putting in 084 or 96 because these cars have these articulating couplers on the bottom that Lionel's been known to have problems with, the way these like move like that. So yeah, it's kind of a goofy design. But yeah, if you have the room, the larger the turns, the better, or the curves. Like this could not run on anything smaller than 72. I've always wanted these box cars. There's actually a Penn Central one that I really want. That's at a couple of my favorite shops. So yeah, I'll probably end up picking that up too. Kinetic couplers. Okay, that's the official term right there. Hey, Becky tomorrow. Danny, thank you so much for stopping in. Yep, thank you so much for stopping. If you have any questions, just reach out. Like I said. But yeah, these look ridiculous. They're a lot of fun. Nothing smaller than 72. Same with my Decapod. The long haul tender, the wheels barely move. So they recommend, I think, anything smaller than 72 just won't work on them. Actually set this over in the station. There we go. It's a nice car. It's just huge. I mean, look how big that is. It covers the entire crossing. And then the high cube, it's so high it actually takes out the lamps, like these station lamps right there. It actually takes them out each time I run it. But it's a fun car. The larger cars are popular right now. Like I was running my Oregon, which is actually right behind you guys right now on the camera. I'll spin you around right there. That Conrail, the CR Oregon or Oregondola. That's a great piece too. That needs like 060 at least. I'd say 72. The couplers, they may not move that far. But like I said, the larger the curves, the better. And there's only I think in my collection there's only three, two, two locomotives that definitely need 072. The first one is my Chessie Steam Special up on the shelf. It says it'll run on 042. I don't think so. There's no way. And then my Decapod. Those are it. That's all. Those are the largest locomotives in my collection. The T1's huge. It's almost like bulky looking, but it runs great. It's got a pull more motor. It should honestly be taken apart and cleaned, but I don't run it a whole lot. It's mostly like a shelf piece. But the Decapod, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Just needs some curves. This box car needs 72. Um, my AM fleet passenger cars, they can run on 42, but the overhang would look ridiculous. Like these cars, my Amtrak fleets, these guys, you don't really get a lot of play with these couplers. So I'd say that's at least 60, 060 right there. But running these on 72, my leg can handle it. Need some space. Like these are beautiful cars. They run really nice. They run like butter. But yeah, the larger your turns, the better. Always. But yeah, these are pretty awesome. These are MTH's AM fleet cars. All pretty much pristine, minus a couple nicks and scratches, just like the real ones out there. But yeah, so I probably won't be building a new layout up here anytime soon. But basically, the next layout I build, I want a larger yard to store cars. Doesn't even have to be like ballasted or anything. I just kind of want like a nice yard to store a lot of stuff that would probably run the length of whatever room I'm in. Like I've thought about building a yard up here, but there's really no space. Um, yeah, there really is no space up here to build a yard. My old layout, so the last two layouts I had, I kind of had I had a yard on. I built an extension yard on the last layout. I had the original one had two sidings, one siding, two. I think it had two sidings, one up top, then one on the bottom, and then also had a passing track in the station that was a lot of fun. I do miss that a lot. I think the next layout I'll build a two-track main line with a lot of sidings to store cars on, put lots of trackside buildings on. I really miss having like a turnaround, so I probably build a Y as well, which would be a lot of fun to mess around with. And I don't know if I have to go as crazy as putting in a roundhouse, but it'd be cool to have like a really nice like yard set up. Um, a peninsula yard in the middle. There's really not enough room up here for that. Like I already have two storage tracks, and since I bought these guys really quick, since I bought let me get you guys over there. Since I bought these Strasbourg cars and my 040, I'll tell you this, guys, the 040 has not left the layout. Like the little steam engine down there, she has not been shelved at all since I bought it. So yeah, I kind of leave that on top, top side. It's so fragile, and I just love running that engine. And then my Strasbourg coaches haven't left the layout either. So I thought about it like when I built this, I'm like, oh, I'll have this siding track, and then where the engine shed is, um, basically I'll keep for running trains and stacking trains. But the other train or the other locomotive that has not moved off the table unless I'm traveling to a club is the Decapod right there. So that kind of hangs out on that siding track. It's just so heavy and doesn't ship very well. So um, that's another thing. So I'm already out of room. But honestly, it'd be great to have a nice yard all blocked out so I could cut power using like dip switches just to cut the center rail so I can store locomotives, not having to shelve everything all the time. And eventually, I kind of want it to be like the only engines I'd have shelved would be like my post war collection, my pre-war collection, maybe like the Chessie Steam special, but everything else that would be like command control would be on the layout, and I would just be able to like dial into it and move it out, move it in, whatever, do some switching. That's the plan, really. Uh, but right now, it's like this is what I have, and I love it. There are problems with this layout, but there aren't as many problems as I had. Most of that was most of my problems were ironed out with the larger radius turns and using this real tracks up here. I use MTH real tracks. I've had little to no problems. If you know how to operate real tracks or set it up, it's perfect. The uh, the problem that I had mostly was just connecting, um, just getting connection between rails. I solved that by just doing jumper cables between sections of track, so everything's energized and connected. The next layout I build, I don't know if I'll be using real tracks or something else, but the switches, like the real track switches, have given me like zero problems whatsoever. They're solid, mechanically solid, great, you know, throwing sometimes have been extremely responsive. And this track profile too is high enough so I can run my pre-war stuff. Fast track's a little bit lower, so some of those old flanges kind of hit. So it is what it is. Then eventually I'd probably end up building a loop of track to run like my pre-war stuff on, do like a pre-war layout. So that'd be kind of fun as well. Yes, I did buy 2 Strasbourg cars or coaches. I have five Strasbourg cars. I got the 2 coaches and the Strasbourg box car, and then also have I knew that was going to happen. I also have this Woodside car from like the 80s. What's it say? 1985 Lionel. I've got this wood-sided box car. That's pretty rare as well. I think this was sold at the Strasbourg Railroad, and then the Weaver car, the Weaver that's behind you guys right here. Let me flip you around. That car, this guy here, was also sold at the railroad, but they're pretty rare. The coaches, I didn't just flat out buy the coaches. I ended up then I have this tanker I just bought like a couple weeks ago. The Road to Paradise tanker. I love this thing. I think it's from RMT Models, but this is a really nice car. So for 27 bucks, even has like brake glad hands and everything. So great car. It's at 27 bucks. I mean, you can't beat it. I might buy another one. But yes, I did buy 2 Strasbourg coaches. I traded in my SD70M Norfolk Southern with PS2. I think they gave me 140 or 150 for it, and then I just paid the difference for these cars. So I really ended up paying like 2 something for them, which is still crazy. But they were the last 2 Strasbourg cars at that shop, and that shop's been really nice to me about stuff. And it's actually White Rose Hobbies up in York, a great hobby shop, great people over there. I walk in, they're so friendly and everything. Just they take trades for newer stuff. Like they won't buy a lot of post-war or pre-war stuff. They want more modern stuff because it's a little bit easier to sell, which I totally understand. But they'll work with you on stuff. I've given them like NPC stuff they've bought from me that's been in good shape. And then my NS unit, they gave me a really good deal for it. Is MTH track readily available? So, William, how's it going? So, MTH track, I think they're going to start making that stuff again pretty soon. But that track is getting harder to find. You can still find it at like hobby shops that are, hiding it. Like this layout, all the track on the 072 is pretty much all new. So I bought that like new old stock from a train shop. He's just like, I just want to get rid of it. He's like, I've had it for years. So he gave me a good deal. It's like $4 a section. The turns I bought brand new from Iron Horse Trains up in Hanover. Troy up there, he has a lot of MTH track. Another great friend of the Nick's Crossing family there. So I bought all my track through him, and then also another shop that's in Hanover. But he actually sold me a whole bin of track, which is sitting back here. But it has like a lot of 031 and just like random pieces, lots of switches, things like that. Bunch of real tracks. Nice. Yeah, $27 for this tanker. I mean, you can't beat it. It's a beautiful piece. It's Strasbourg rare, so it's going to be rare and sought after. I'm sure people have bought a lot of them to scalp them, things like that. So like these tankers, I mean, the detail on these are pretty cool. This is very similar to like a Weaver, or not Weaver. What am I thinking of? Oh shoot, here's the brand. Oh, Menards. Very similar to quality. $27 that break glad hands, little hazmat placards. It's got a vertical brake wheel. My only complaint is that this top here is loose and that comes off, but you can technically run it as like a single dome. So I think that's why they did that. So you can take off this. You can also add it back. So it gives it like more of a modern look, but Strasbourg's tanker that they have does not have this platform. So it would look like that. They have a single dome tank. So just something to keep in mind. Went fast track because I was worried about not finding enough MTH. Yeah, fast track is good and in its own ways. Like if you're trying to, I know fast track can be really expensive. I mean, just like everything in the hobby, it can be expensive, but I've only had problems with their switches and then running like pre-war on fast track because if it arcs, it just scars up that center rail like crazy. That's my only problem with fast track. The switches and then just running pre-war stuff. And then one of my buddies has his whole layout is fast track. He had a lot of problems with switches. That's like switches throwing with his legacy remote. It would throw, but it wouldn't throw all the way and all that stuff. I live to regret fast track. Oh no. Stock Car Express has a lot of MTH rail tracks and will ship. Very cool. So everyone, I'm going to sign off here. 10:16 and I got to go to bed. I got to go to work tomorrow. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. And this week I plan on doing some videos up here for sure. I've got some ideas that have been cooking. I was supposed to put them out last week, but just been pretty crazy up here. So those videos will be out probably, I'm hoping Wednesday or Thursday. I'll probably film them tomorrow after work because it's already pretty much Tuesday. So got some cool ideas, mostly involving the K4. I still need to do that Firebox glow tutorial. And we'll see what we can get into up here. There's lots of cool things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in. Really appreciate all the support. Like I said, we're up to 4,000 subscribers. Actually, like I think it's like 4,022 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for the support. Really does mean a lot. Stay tuned for more videos. And see you guys. Just stay safe out there. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your evening. And until next time, happy railroading. We'll see you next time. See you guys.